All right. So I know y'all really don't like these videos that much, but I gotta do this every now and then. I feel like every time I reach a new the new goal for myself that I set for myself, I gotta make one of these and just talk to you for a second. So I guess I could take these off because I know they're probably just reflecting it and making it look all bad. But anyways, if you guys don't already know, I'm the person behind the screen. I am 2D forever. I am D. Um, I guess I'll talk a little bit about myself, a lot about myself, I guess, because again, you guys are here with me on my channel. And first of all, I gotta say, give you a huge thank you for helping me get to this point that I'm at right now. And I just have to mention that the stuff that I do, it is niche. It is a niche. No one is really doing it at this capacity that I'll be doing it. Well, yes, I'm trying to make a game, as you guys know. I'm also going to get into that. Of course, that's why you're here, to see more of that. Less of me, but you got to see me too, because it's part of it. Um, like I said again, so let me start off from the beginning. If you guys, for those who don't know, I'm D. It's a nickname for my first name, which is D'Angelo. That is my first name, D'Angelo. And then D is my nickname. That's part of how I got 2D forever. So obviously the 2D part, I absolutely love 2D sprites. I love 2D sprites and 2D fighting games most of all. And it's really an era that's gone, you know what I mean? Because those games, they're not really making those games like that anymore from those companies, as we know, because they kind of went on to the 2.5D type of thing, 3D models and what have you. So it's a lot less likely that we're gonna see the stuff that we see on the channel. Um, and that's a big reason why I've been doing all of this stuff. I have facilitated it all. I am behind all of it. Um, because that's just my love for it. Like, you are seeing my love for it, my genuine love for it. Everything that I do is out of love for it. Obviously, I'm trying to do YouTube. I'm trying to build some sustain for myself. I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. But I mean, hold up. I don't just I absolutely love fighting games. I'm that friend you wish you had, because all of the things that you could possibly say or reference, I already know. I already know all of the characters. I already know their backstories. I know their lore. I'm not going to say I know everything, but I pretty much know most of it. I was about to say most of everything, but if I don't know, I'll research it. But there's little that I know. So whenever someone is saying like, "Oh, have you played this SNK game? Have you played this Capcom game?" Yes, I played it. I played almost every single fighting game that exists, the good ones. If they're Capcom and SNK, I played them definitely. Published, whatever, same thing. Ninja Masters, stuff like that are not exactly, necessarily, SNK, Breakers, whatever the case may be. I played all those games. I know all those games. I know all the characters. I mean, a big part of me and what I do on this channel is research as well. So I definitely got you covered when it comes to that knowledge. I know a lot of people who be talking about this stuff, they don't know all the specifics. How Terry just came out of Smash, like people are just now finding out about him. But there's those of us who we already knew, since the Fate of Fury days. But anyways, you guys already know that main thing about me. Main thing you need to know, really, because that's all I'm really going to be talking about, really, is fighting games and things of that nature. Lore, I'm really huge on the lore. I am a lore whore. And I just can't stand when people be talking about stuff they don't know what they're talking about when it pertains to that stuff. So I've been learning to just not say anything, because that's kind of what they say you should do as you're doing YouTube. Just don't say anything. Because people be like, well, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know. Someone was saying something. I'm not even going to call you out. But when you say something, make sure you know the facts. Because I'm big on that. And I wish you guys would be calling them out for me so I don't got to be like, man, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. But nah. Anyways, I am making this video today. Of course I got a reason. Like I said, I want you to get to know me better and know the person who is behind all of this content that you like, or you may even love it. I don't know. And I just want you to know that I do genuinely love it. I genuinely love it, and I love making games. I mean, this is my first time taking on this, like, such an endeavor at this capacity. Excuse me. I know I'll be sometimes my pronunciation is a little off because I'll just be so excited a lot of the time. And I am excited right now just to be able to talk to you guys and talk about this stuff that I do love. So, yes. I love. I do love all fighting games in general. I do like other games as well. I'm a big, next to fighting games, I'm all about those RPGs. Um, Come on now, I could just name it like Radiata Stories, Rogue Galaxy, Star Ocean. I'm just trying to name things that you may not have heard about, stuff like that. Freaking Legend of Legaia, whatever. But I'm not gonna get too much into that stuff. But I do have to say the Dragon Quest is my favorite series. That soundtrack be bringing me to tears. But anyways, I'm all about the fighters. So Guilty Gear, whatever. I played them all. Even though I just said one. I guess I haven't really played a lot of the anime ones, like UNL, however you pronounce it. But I have played like Melty Blood, stuff like that. I'm talking about the new ones. I played Persona. I know all about Persona. It's an RPG. Obviously, I played that one first. I played the actual game first. But yes, I'm all about them fighting games. So I was going to lead to that I favor those from Capcom and SNK. Excuse me. I used to be I mean, well, I guess I could say I still am a huge Capcom fanboy, because even if I don't play all of the games, and oh, sorry, I'm shaking the table here. See, I'm so excited, but even though I don't play all of the games, and when I say I don't play all the games, I'm talking about Street Fighter 5, obviously. I played all of them to heck. Street Fighter, the first one to two and all those versions, and Street Fighter Alpha. My favorite Street Fighter game is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Because I know, like, I'd be going back to back with 2 as well, as a lot of people. They like 2 because, I don't know, some aspects of the gameplay just feels more tight. And I don't know, I do like them both. I love them all, obviously. But Alpha 3, because just the content that it had, all of the modes and all that stuff that you don't see in games anymore these days. The modes and stuff are really lackluster, because once you play the arcade mode or whatever, what if you don't want to play online? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, obviously, say, I'm just saying, like, from my personal experience, you could be playing online and then I'm really competitive. So I don't rage quit or anything like that. But say if I was just on a losing streak, then I would want to take a break and, like, do something else. And these games that had these other modes, they also give you an opportunity to play the game more without, that being your only option. You know what I mean? Because you can play arcade, whatever, but you're not really going to learn much of the game. I mean, that's like at the beginning, because no AI should ever be beating you if you, like, are trying to play fighting games like that. Once you get to a certain point, the AI cannot touch you. Once you're able to read patterns like that, you're looking at all the data and stuns and frames and all of that, the CPU is not going to be able to touch you. I'm telling you, even on the hardest difficulty. I always compare it to Mega Man, because you know how Mega Man bosses have patterns? Similar to fighting games, that's what AI is. It's a pattern. So you're going to get used to that. But human players, that's where it's unpredictable. But basically, like I'm trying to get at, having those other modes, this is more variety to keep you playing the game, and you keep on playing the game, you will learn more to get more about the game, etc. Games just do not have that anymore. And I know, again, I'm using Street Fighter 5 as an example. They got the extra battle mode thing, which is cool, but we all know how when the game first came out, it didn't have any of that stuff. It didn't have the arcade mode or whatever. But yes, that stuff is very important. But all of this I'm saying is because Alpha 3 had all of those modes. Like, so many modes, all of that content. That was like a complete game, and you guys know what I mean. A complete game. You don't feel as though you're buying half of the game and then later you're buying the other half, because that's how it is with a lot of these releases. You're paying for the first half of the game, and then you got a season pass to unlock the rest of the game. It shouldn't be like that, but realistically, at the same time, You got to look at it from the perspective as a business. They got to run these companies, etc., and they can't run it on fan service and stuff like I'm trying to do, by the way, and it's not working. But anyways, you can't do that. It's just not reasonable. It's not logical. You need a plan, right? And DLC is, this how they go about it. But I definitely know and understand both sides. I see both perspectives. I get it. And me myself, I am trying to make a game, so of course I get it. But yeah, man, World Tour mode, I absolutely love that mode. I would love to see something like that come back. I'm gonna go on a tangent for a little bit. Imagine a mode like in Soul Calibur, because Soul Calibur used to have the best modes, but not anymore. But imagine a mode like that. But I guess that's kind of what World Tour is. Anyway, that's that version of that type of thing. But anyways, it would just be cool if it were like a combination of Soul Calibur 2 and 3. I was like a world map, like World Tour more, I guess. But it was just more, more things to do. I don't know. If you guys played those games, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't, you should go play those games. Obviously, again, I'm going to throw this in here just because I am a fan, just like you guys, right? Definitely go support the games. And nobody's paying me to say this stuff, but I absolutely love these games. Samurai Showdown, obviously, we got a new game for that. If we want to see more of these series come back, we got to support the games. And back to what I was saying in the beginning, I don't play Street Fighter 5 at all, but I bought two out of 3 of the season passes. Never touched the characters. Lucia just came out. I got her nostalgia costume. I went to training mode. I did, and just looked at her moves, and that was it. Never touched it again. And I'm okay with that because I love Capcom. Despite the mistakes they make, them trying new things, them trying to please everybody, them trying to please the hardcores and the casuals, whatever, they are experimenting. You have to do that when it comes to game development. But I'm not trying to, give any excuses to any of the practices that any of these companies use, because I'm just like you guys. I am a fan. I'm not working for any of them or whatever. Like I'm saying, I had to also pay for the games and stuff like that, and I would be just upset as you are for having to spend money on something that should be complete and it's not, and it's lackluster because these people are getting paid to make games. Like, this is what you wake up in the morning and go do for a living. Make games. Like, how can you screw that up? If you know your product, if you know your characters, if you know your lore. And dude, it annoys me a lot because I love Capcom, just say that. But they're not the only ones to be doing that. But we're just talking about fighting games here. And I just have to add a little last tidbit that y'all, if anybody is watching this from anywhere, have you, if you have a type of seat anywhere, you got to go back to the source. You got to go back to when things were good. That's why everyone is always talking about the good old days. There hasn't been a good old days for a minute. Like just a solid game that just came out and then it's just perfect. Not that the games have to be perfect, but it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels right. It's like that perfect amount of nostalgia. And you can also do your new stuff and add this new tech and things like that because, obviously we don't want a game that's an exact replica of a previous game. And they just changed in the models and the graphics and stuff like that. But Street Fighter 5 is them experimenting with trying new things. And you could say that it just didn't go the way that they may have planned it. Or, we just didn't like it because we are also, you have to, that's what I say, you gotta look at things beyond face value because look, they are trying to make games and they're trying to do new stuff and it's not easy making a game, and budgets and things like that are also in play. So even the people who do work there, they may want things to be a certain way, but the people at the top who are running things are like, no, that's gonna cost us too much money because that's just how it works in the world of video games. You gotta, that is a factor. But again, like I'm saying, this is not to excuse any of that. But anyways, I know I kind of got carried away talking about Street Fighter 5 and stuff like that, but that's because I am such a huge fan. I'm telling you, I am such a huge fan, just like you. That's what I said. Like all the intricacies that you know, so do I. I know that too. So that's how we can vibe with each other. That's how we resonate. That's how we can be friends. That's how we are, we, like I said, we vibing. You know what I mean? So with that said, I do have that background. I played those games. But again, I'll get into, like I said, I was a Capcom fanboy. And I say that I am because I do support them no matter what they do. No matter what. Because if you really mess with somebody, all their ups and downs, do whatever, you're going to stick with them. So that's why I don't be saying like, oh, I hate this game, whatever, it's trash. That was their attempt at doing something different, and it just didn't come out the way we would have liked it to. You know, that's just how it is. Like hopefully in the future they'll be able to do things differently and take away from, the mistakes or whatever, what have you, and fix it up in the next iteration. But anyways, like I was saying, SNK. My first fighting game probably was Samurai Showdown because I specifically remember that I was playing as Galford. I think it was on the Neo Geo, and I came from I didn't come from, I would say I come from humble beginnings. I didn't really have much, so I believe my cousin had that system, and that's how I was able to play it for the first time. Because obviously, like I said, I was really not that fortunate. And a lot of these other games, a lot of other games too, like Cyberbots type of thing. You know, I guess I'm using SNK as an example because a lot of those games you could not play outside of the arcade. But this is back then when there were arcades. I was gonna say because when I was younger, I was in Southern California still. Cause I wasn't not born in California. That's where I reside now in California. If anyone's lived here back in those days where they had Pac-Man arcade, it was like a huge arcade. Like you don't see those around anymore. Now all you see is little small places and bars, little retro arcades, stuff like that. But they don't really have a lot of the SNK games like Last Blade, stuff like that. A lot of that stuff I did not play until I was an adult. Until I actually was able to afford my own computer. And that was like when I was in college. Because I got the computer because I was going to school for game design. So I was not able to play those games. And in the arcades, they didn't really have, the main games they had were the King of Fighters games and Metal Slug. And I feel as though those two are the top two games that most people have, entered the world of SNK from. Metal Slug, whichever version, and some type of version of KOF. Same thing, so you could say Beta Fury, Art of Fighting, that stuff. I'd never seen the arcade machines for those games. And I did not have the console myself to go and play those games. So I was never able to play them until my adult life. And then skipping ahead, once I was able to play those games, I was just like blown away. Because, for example, KOF, to know that that's pretty much the Smash Bros. Of SNK, people say sometimes. Because it's all those characters from all these different universes and franchises, whatever, series in one freaking game. That's what that is. That's their own mashup. So that's like what Capcom All-Stars would have been. But that game got canceled. We don't talk about Capcom Fighting Evolution. But yes, just realizing that that's all those characters into one game is just so cool. So my one gripe with that is just I wish that they were to do. So you guys already know I said I'm huge on lore, right? So excuse me, I'm not gonna edit that out. But my thing is lore. So I was disappointed to find out that it has its own continuity because it just would have been better if everything linked together. Because now, like in KOF 14. A lot of it is just mishmash everywhere because they retcon this, they retcon that, they change this. Like, acknowledges Geese in the same universe, but so does Terry. But yet Rio is still the same age. That type of thing. Is really important. You know, it could really help out the games if they branch those storylines together. That's just my opinion. And I have to say, while I'm on the subject of that, that's one of my goals with my fan stuff. If you didn't already notice, my main thing is characters and gameplay. I'm self-taught. I'm teaching myself. Though I've been doing this stuff for a while, because I've been teaching myself, it's been really slow. So I worked on many projects throughout the years. I've done various things, but now I'm finally at a point where I can actually kickstart what I'm doing. So that's why I say someone can say to me, like I just read in a comment earlier, someone was saying, like, I've been looking at this for years. Like, is this ready yet? This type of thing. Well, no, because what game, as a game developer, because that's what I am, despite whatever resources I'm using, I'm still making a game. That's the bottom line. It really doesn't matter what I'm doing. I feel like some people be saying those things to me to make me feel as though I'm less, like I'm doing less. But if you're watching those videos, I'm not saying it's the greatest thing in the world, but that's all me. I'm doing that by myself, self-taught, teaching myself, trial and error. All the references, all of that stuff, that's all me. I'm doing that. There's nobody else doing that. That's me. So I'm proud of it because, yes, really, I'm a big freaking nerd. Yes, I am. And I'm so proud of it because I absolutely love this stuff. And I don't even own it. I don't own the rights to it. Obviously, um, it's 100% a fan work. So, you know, I'm also getting used to. I mean, a lot of people don't know that this is the case. Like the things that I'm explaining to you, they think that there's some huge group of people together behind the scenes doing this stuff, but that's not the case. But that's what I said. I have hold up before I mispronounce this. Like I have facilitated all of this. Like all of this stuff has happened because of me. And I've been pushing it for so long, so hard. So I'm happy that some of you are finally getting to see like my dedication that I've been putting into this stuff. And I have to say it that I've been doing all of this out of pocket on my own budget. But I'm also going to get into that a little bit more. But it's hard. It's been very difficult because I am just a fan, just like you. A normal guy, you know, I don't get paid to do this stuff. And I don't want to, like, I'm not making this for the money. The stuff that I'm doing, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for my love. But that's what I'm saying. You got to understand the equilibrium, the balance here, because I'm also trying to do YouTube. So in me trying to do YouTube, I am trying to set up that sustain for myself, for my personal life. I am trying to make it so the things that I do, like this, I can support myself. You know what I mean? Because basically I'm just like, I'm at a point in my life where like I'm at that age where it's like people are looking at me doing this. It's like a waste of time. You know what I mean? But that's the whole thing about being an entrepreneur. You got to try it. And when you got to go hard. Anything you do in life, you got to take it seriously. Right? So I'm taking it freaking seriously. I'm giving my everything to try to do this. Everything. And most times it leaves me dry with nothing. I'm not gaining anything out of this. So everything that I do on YouTube, all the funds that I make is going back into what I'm trying to do. Trying to do YouTube. I got to get the equipment, this stuff. I didn't always have this. I didn't always have a decent camera. But because I've been doing this, and I don't really have a huge subscriber base yet. I'm working on it. And I also have to say, excuse me again, because of this niche, it's really hard because only if you guys are hardcore about this stuff are you going to come across this channel, and you're going to be interested in it. Because some people don't like 2D sprites and things like that. They look at it like old, like, oh, why are you using that old stuff? Whatever, it's ugly, it's pixels, whatever. But I freaking love pixel art. Pixel art is amazing. 2D forever. But anyway, so geez, where was I just be like, when I be talking about something, I just be like so immersed in it, but and then I cause myself to forget. But I'll just keep on talking until I get back on track. But yes, I love fighting games. But as you can see, I don't script any of this stuff. Like I was saying, I guess I remember all of this stuff that I'm doing is hard because, you know, being an entrepreneur, I do have to be able to sustain myself, like I said, and I can't sustain myself unless I do things that I'm not really interested in. Doing viral videos and things like that. I know I did. I mean, I did that Terry video before he was even revealed for Smash, but I mean, because of that, it helped me get some traction. But I had already been doing this stuff before then. I'm not the type of person who I don't want to do stuff that I'm not really genuine about. You know what I mean? I want people to want to come and see me and watch me because they understand my genuine love for what I do. And that I'm a genuine guy, and I'm not trying to sell you anything, you know. Just that is, I'm not gonna give you anything that's truly me. I'm not gonna do anything that's not truly me. I'm not gonna do something or play something just because it's popular, stuff like that. But I know that in this business, that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm over here winging it, trying to not do that. So gonna to support me. But yes, as you guys already know, I'm over here trying to make a fan game. Like I said, I come from humble beginnings. Nobody really believed in me trying to do this. And especially when I talk about the work, all the work that you guys see back in the day, because I've been doing this for a minute, right? I've been doing this for a minute. Like I said, I've done various projects. I've already released various games, compilations, whatever, characters. I've done all of that. I've already put my time in being a creator. But eventually I got bored of that. I got tired of doing the same old thing. And the people that I was interacting with, my peers, they didn't really care about me. I was just a person who was making content for them. So they just would tell me nice things because they wanted me to continue to make stuff for them. And that's how it goes in the realm of like what we be doing for those who do something similar. And that's just things that are related to Mugen, Eichmann, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like I said before in that other video, I was really trying to sell the point that it does not matter what you're using. Unreal, Unity, Mugen, Eichmann. You're making a game, you're making a game. Nobody can take that away from you. And a lot of people be trying to do that. Like they discount it because of the engines that we're using. But the amount of time that's going into it is the same. I haven't even slept. I'm still awake from that because I was messing around with Guile late at night and I couldn't sleep. So, geez, and I just had to go to an interview and I came back and I was so inspired to make this video because I'm just going to give you that real talk. You know, it ain't gonna be none of that phony stuff. And me, like I said, I'm just a regular dude. So excuse me that I'm still getting used to this. I'm still getting used to this. Goodness gracious. I am still getting used to this. I'm not perfect. You know, everyone has their imperfections, you know. But I'm just trying to be a genuine person because we homies. Or at least that's my goal, for you to feel that way. I'm not just some guy. You're not just some guy. You know, I be talking to y'all, learning your names if you want to tell me. And that's one of the main reasons why I stopped using aliases. And that's one thing, like, after I've done all that, I told you guys my real name. You know where I got my nickname from? That's my real name. I don't want to be known by an alias. I want you to know me, the real me. Because that's all I'm going to give you. That's all you're going to get. And that's just real, you know? So I can only be real with you. But what else? Okay, so what some of you have most likely come here for, you want to hear more about the game stuff. So like I was saying, I'm self-taught, I'm teaching myself. The main part of what I'm trying to do right now is because I'm still learning. I'm still learning everything that I'm learning. You can see visually by looking at content from yesteryear to now. Look at what I did in the past. Look how it looks. Now look what I'm doing today. That's me just been learning. I just been learning, trying to improve, focusing on that. Focusing on my personal growth. That's what I do as a content creator. So all the videos you see, all the fights, whatever, now you see I've been doing you like some people think it's fan animation. No, that's not fan animation. That's me doing in-game animation stuff like that. And that's me learning, trying to push it to the next level. And that's more so on what I was saying before, how I was getting bored of doing the same old, same old. I wanted to completely challenge myself. And that's why I decided to try to make a game. Try to make a game. Like, I say it so much, and I know you're probably tired of hearing it, but I'm trying to make a game. I'm trying to make a video game. Think regular video game development cycles. So you got a team of people, you got all these ideas, you got a basis, you got a plan. Me right now, I'm trying to figure all of that stuff out because I'm just starting and I'm still learning. So even though I had been doing this for years, someone could say, all those years I have been teaching myself how to do things, how to do things. Because I've been trying to find my own direction, and that's what I'm trying to say now, that finally, at this point, like 4 or 5 years later, I know where I want to go, say, with the gameplay. But that's about it. That's as far as I am right now. I am learning about where I want to take the gameplay and things like that. If you can get what I'm saying, like, the time doesn't really matter because I mean, it's not like some people think that it's partly true because of my dedication that I wake up every single day, turn on my computer, and just be working. I mean, that part of that is true because it do be like that a lot of the time. And what I'm trying to say is, like, I also am a regular person like you. I do have responsibilities and bills and stuff like that, just like everybody else. And as much as I want to be able to do this stuff for a living, it's just not how it works. And part of that is because, like I said, I'm doing this a niche thing and only the hardcore fans are going to care about it. So do I stop because of that? Do I force myself to do more viral stuff and things like that, like not truly do me? Or I just keep busting ASS regardless and keep trying to go hard, keep trying to push everything to the maximum capacity because that's just what I want to do. Everything you see is a visual representation of my determination. Everything you see is me, regardless of the hard times I'm going through, my channel not doing so well, or whatever the case may be. I'm still pushing hard. I'm still grinding. I'm still grinding as if I were on a payroll, which I'm obviously not. And that's a huge part of it. Imagine dedicating all of this time and you're not making a cent. Aside from, people who really mess with me. People who really F-U-C-K with me. Because look, if you really mess with me, you'll be doing anything in your ability to try to support me. It doesn't have to specifically be money. There are other ways. I'll be telling you guys all the ways you could do something. But obviously, if you don't want to get your hands dirty, I got over 5,000 subscribers. If y'all really mess with me, each one of you at least could donate $1 a month. $1 a month. You don't have to put $3,000, whatever, some high amount of money and think that's like, you think that dollar is nothing, but it is. Like, if all of you get together and support me like that, that means that I am not wasting my time being a bum doing this and not getting anything out of it. But it's like, it's not that I want anything out of it. Understand me. It's just that I have to sustain my way of living, right? So I can just tell you guys right now, being real with you, like, so I lost my job that I was working at. So the reason why I've been working on things more is because all I've been doing lately is just going to interviews and interviews and interviews. And it's been so hard because of my service. I feel like they don't want to hire me because I am still in. And it's really hard because I go away and come back and go away and come back. And it's just been hard for me. Like I said, I haven't slept. I just came back from an interview to make this video because I'm just being real for real. And I'm not saying any of this because I'm thinking like YouTube is about to freaking pay my bills, but you never know. And I can't be afraid to ask for help when I know I need it, because I need it right now. Because I do want to keep putting in time into what I love doing, because I absolutely love it. And you can see that. I don't even have to tell you. Like, you can clearly see that somebody whoever's doing this, they know what they're doing. As far as they know all the references and stuff like that, because I do. Because I've seen all the OVAs, you've seen all the anime, read the manga, whatever. I know about all of that. You know it's genuine, you know it's real. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for real, if you really mess with me, it wouldn't be a big deal. You know, it's not going to be a huge loss for you to donate that $1 or whatever the case may be. Whatever you feel like you want to do to support me. Because I would definitely appreciate it. Of course, it goes without saying, because by you doing that, you're letting me know, hey, I support you doing this. Like, you're doing a good job, whatever the case may be. You are telling me that I am not wasting my time by putting all this time into this, because you guys got to look at it from that perspective, right? I'm a grown man over here. Like, the rest of society will look at it like, oh, you're a loser because I don't work for these companies, whatever. You know what I mean? It would be different if I did, if I was on a payroll getting paid like that, but I'm not. Everything that I do is free, right? Even though it is a fan work, like I said, even if I could sell it, I would not be doing this because I'm trying to sell it. Heck no. I'm doing this because I want everyone who has ever lived through these times and played those games to feel that nostalgia, to have someone who knows the things that you know, to have that friend who you could talk to and gossip about that stuff. Because that's all I ever want to do, is talk about Street Fighter and the lore and how it's like it could be fixed this way and stuff like that. I'm all about that. Now I'm gonna go on a tangent again because well, this is just a discussion video anyway, so there ain't no tangents. I'm just talking about whatever comes to mind. So anyways, so here's my idea for this. I'm gonna tell you guys. So the project I'm working on, I guess I should talk more about that specifically. My goal is to also make a story, right? So my idea for the story is to make it so all of these things, all of these universes, all of these series exist in one continuity, one universe. The CVSU. Ain't that funny? Because I know some of y'all get that. But yes, the CVSU, as we gonna call it, that's my goal, to make it so all of that stuff exists in one verse. And first, another thing that I kind of touched on, but I didn't elaborate on as much as I wanted to. So I was gonna say, like, for example, if I brought my idea to you guys as if this were a business meeting, I just dropped it on the table. Okay, here's my idea. I want to make this game. I want to do this, that. I want to add all the moves, iteration. I want stages, custom music. I want to update all the sprites. Stuff like that. You would look at me like I'm crazy. And people did look at me like I was crazy for the longest time. My peers, in the very beginning when I started this stuff, they would look at me like, oh, it's a waste of time. I'm not going to take it seriously. Because obviously, at one point, I did not know. Okay, I'm not an expert at what I'm doing now, but I didn't know. I knew even less than I did back then. So it's understandable to why they did me and they didn't take me seriously. But now, obviously, you see where it is now. And of course, you can hate. You can be a hater, it's whatever. But I've been evolving. I've been improving because I've been putting that time in. And whatever you're doing, you could do the same thing by putting that time in. But anyways, you would think I'm crazy trying to do what I'm trying to do for a fan project. There's no type of budget, anything like that. So obviously one of the main things, for example, as to why I need money. So the custom moves, and excuse me, they're not actually custom moves, but basically in order to get all the moves from all of the games, I need to have new sprites made. And I made various videos showing you guys, for example, the Joe stuff, how you saw that Joe has all of the moves that he had in every iteration. So all of the moves that he lost in CVS that he had from King of Fighters, I brought those back. I had to pay an artist to make those. That's kind of how it goes. You pay someone to do a job. So that's why it's hard for me to do this with no kind of, budget, because I have to pay for everything out of pocket, so that's in addition. So I have to make the game. I have to pay to get the assets to make the game. I got to pay for all the equipment I need and all of that stuff. So it's just been hard, man. It's been super hard. But I have still been grinding. And that's why, yes, I've quit many times. Yes, I've been at the point of giving up many times. But here we are today. That's all I'm saying. Here we are today still. And look at it now. Is what you're looking at 2 years ago the same as what you're looking at now? Be real with me. Tell me that. And then go look at some individuals. This is more so for the people who associate with this type of niche that we're in. Look at those people who have been doing it since then to what they're doing now. And look at the quality of their stuff. It has not changed whatsoever. So they really don't care about what they're doing. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to hate on anybody. I'm just being real. Okay? Nobody is paying me to make characters or do any of this stuff, But I'm not disregarding the fact, but I'm going to get over that later. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give a shout out because I have not done that. A big part of this video too is why I even got the ideas, because I want to thank all of the people who have been supporting me. And I don't just mean financially. I mean, you dare commenting in every video, you liking every video, you viewing every video, you ring the bell, whatever. You are down with me. It doesn't matter. I freaking deleted Discord, whatever the case may be. You still are there every single time because you mess with me, because you my friend, right? No matter what I do, you're going to be there for me no matter what. And there are definitely some individuals I would like to recognize who have been there like that. And I appreciate you. And you think I do, you think I don't. But I always tell you. I mean, I always be saying that stuff. I guess sometimes it just, it doesn't reach, it doesn't, they're not able, it's not properly conveyed, whatever. But a part of it is like, yes, I recognize these people, but at the same time, like I used to be more humble, and let me elaborate on that. I used to want to make everyone feel good. So I used to try to make it so they were doing more than they actually were. Because me trying to be a good friend, I just tried to do that. But a lot of this stuff, I recognize and take full responsibility that I have facilitated everything. None of it would have happened without me having these ideas, wanting to do this stuff. So I am now today finally going to take credit for that. Because everything you see on this channel is because of me. It was my idea. So, yes. Geez, I just feel so strongly about this. Obviously, if you couldn't tell. But, dang, I keep getting sidetracked, but not really. Like I said, they ain't no, we talking about whatever. We talking about everything. Yes, later I'm going to go over the people who have donated to me, because look, a lot of y'all are in the same or similar position as I am, and you are still supporting me. That's real right there. Like, you really mess with me. You really F-U-C-K with me, and that's dope, and I appreciate that. Thank each and every one of you. You guys don't know how much it helps me out. You may think it's nothing, but for me, it's like, I'm just some person on the internet, trying to do YouTube. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You're not obligated to do anything, but you're taking, similar to me, you're taking that personal time out of your life that you're not going to get back to try to help some stranger you don't even know. But some of us, obviously, if you guys have been around, we aren't strangers anymore. We know things about each other, etc. And through these videos and stuff like that, you guys are going to get to know me more if you would like to, because obviously people have already turned off this video already. They don't care. That's just the internet. You don't care about who's doing what. You just want to see the result of that. That's just how it is. That's just reality. And when it comes to this stuff, and anything that is free, most people will take full advantage of that. They really don't care about any of that. They don't care about the time or nothing. They don't care about you, your life, whatever. They just want to know when they can get something and why they had to wait so long. And it's unfortunate that it is like that, but that's just how it is. That's just the case. Like the person, like if you happen to be watching this video right now, like how long is that gonna, like I've been watching this stuff for years. How long is it gonna take you to finish this? Like that type of thing, when I see it, and I see it a lot, and I don't always react to it. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I just let it go. It's whatever. But I see it so much, and it's just like, dang, that's how people really be looking at that. Like this, like, you've been doing this for so long. Why aren't you done with this yet? Like, why aren't you putting more of your personal time into it? Shouldn't you be done with this already? Shouldn't you be waking up every day and just not doing anything with your life and just doing this and not getting any type of revenue or anything from it? Because that's just realistically, when people be saying that, why aren't you working harder for free? Like, it's just a shame that it's like that. It's a shame. But it's like people have told me before, and I know myself, it's just like whatever. That's just how some people are going to be. But I also know that not everybody is like that. A lot of you, especially those who support me now, the 5 people I have on Patreon, I'm getting like $20 on Patreon right now. It doesn't matter that amount. There's still people out there who are putting their $10 pledging to me. I use it at the top of my head. You don't have to do that. You know, that's like a Netflix subscription right there. You know what I'm saying? But you do it anyways. And you don't got no responsibility to. Same with me. We in the same boat. You understand me, right? You see where I'm coming from, and you know how hard I'm working, and you want to help me out in any way you can. So that's what I'm saying. Like, from the bottom of my heart, if I haven't said that to you guys, well, I do be saying it. And I know, because Patreon is kind of weird. A lot of the stuff don't be showing up like that. But from the times that I have used it, and like I try to talk to you guys, like, hey, what would you guys like to see? Whatever. Few people will say something, but they don't really look at it. It's whatever. And then, like I said, I'm new at it too. So it's not like I'm an expert about how to do it. I just started it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying all these things, experimenting with them, and trying to get better at it. I would like to know what I can do for you to, you know, to make this experience better for you. There's nothing I could do about the whole game thing, like working faster. I already be putting in time, hours. I put in more than 100 hours a week, guaranteed. So, I mean, I'm already doing my part and doing that and making sure, because it's like all the videos that you see, I got to make that stuff first. I got to make the stuff first. I got to do the sprites, clean the sprites, whatever. And then I got to make the video. And then I got to edit the video, etc. And all of the extra stuff that I want to add, like I said, the stuff that people are like, that's too extra. It's excessive, because if I did not want to do the things at the scale that I wanted to do it in, I could be already done with this stuff. I could, but you know, it's like quality or quantity. You know what I mean? We can have both. I bet you didn't think I was going to say that, did you? So, yes, we can definitely have both. I don't believe in that's too much work or whatever. We going to put in the time. I'm going to put in that time. I'm going to do that extra work, because it has never been seen before. No one else is going to do it. That's what makes me unique. That's why you're going to see stuff on my channel that you're not going to see anywhere else. Right? In addition to that, who else is, with my limited knowledge, trying to teach you things? I'm trying to help you with your own stuff. You know what I mean? I have no obligation to do that. And you already know I'm busy trying to do my own thing. Yet here I am putting out tutorial after tutorial, trying to teach you that. I'm the one trying to show you how to do this. Who else is doing that for you? And I'm saying, like, really? Like, we're supporting each other here. As you being my subscriber. But like I said, we are friends. But I would like to hope that a lot of you feel that way. Like, I'm not just some guy project. But I mean, it's cool, because some people are going to feel like that. Like I said, they don't care. It's whatever. I don't care. You know, I'm not sitting over here crying over people who don't give a F about me, because I know a lot of people don't give a F about me, obviously. And like I was saying before, like the main thing in this video, I know if I don't ask for help, people are not going to help me, right? They will sit and let me do all of this, no matter how many times I go on a rant in Discord, whatever the case may be, on the community, no matter how many times I say it, all these things, no one is going to help you if you don't ask. And I need help. Anything helps. And like I said, you can help in very said those ways many times. If you really care, you can ask me. You can read my descriptions in my videos. You can read my community tab. You really care. But let me finally get to me talking about the game again. So anyways, like this. I had all these crazy ideas that I wanted to implement, and I've been there. I want the characters to have all the moves they have from every area. Let me explain that, or let me elaborate. So, them having all of the moves from every game does not mean bloat. Because I have complete understanding of character, you also have to understand that. So, every single character, I'm putting the time, I'm putting in the research to learn how that character plays and everything, all the intro. Every single character. And if you guys have not seen that roster video, I told you all the characters that I plan on making for free. You don't gotta do nothing. And I'm trying to do that for all of us who love this stuff, right? So anyways, I'm doing all of that. I don't even like all of them. I'm not a Makoto fan. I just like, so obviously if you guys didn't know, I have been doing this for a while, but I had a hard drive crash. Now I have a new hard drive. I was devastated, right? I was depressed. I wanted to quit. I don't know how many quit videos I've had. I deleted Discords, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, sometimes you need to just give yourself some space and get away from all of that. Because you guys don't know what I be dealing with. You just know that I did that. You just know that I removed myself from those situations. But I got people hitting me up just with their problems and asking me, etc. I be getting tired of it. It overwhelms me. And realistically, like, I'm being real with y'all, I know the goals that I've set for myself, but man, I've been overwhelmed because it's like I know what I said I wanted to do, and I am doing it, but it's daunting at times. It's really, really daunting. But you got to give me that credit because I have not given up completely, because here I am right now. We're still seeing videos, just things I've said in the past. You shouldn't be trying to hold things against me, because here we are once again putting in work, right? Like I said, if you look at me as a person and not a means to an end, you're going to like resonate with the things that I am saying, and you're going to understand, and you should be able to respect that, because I am overworking myself. It's not for you. I know everything that I'm doing because I want to. I make the decision every day to do this stuff because I love it. And eventually, at the utmost complete state, I want to share it with you, right? I want you to see my vision at its complete state. So let me get back to what I was saying. So, again, how daunting it is, but that hasn't stopped me. And I just continue doing it. Characters that I'm not interested in, like I said, I'm over here doing the research because it may be your favorite character. And because it may be your favorite character, I'm going to put the same amount of time into it, the same amount of effort into everything. I'm not going to half ASS it. I'm trying not to get demonetized, so excuse me doing that, saying acronyms, etc. But I have flipped up, yeah, so but yeah, I do be thinking of everybody in that way. Also, as the entrepreneur, as the content creator, I'm doing it for me in that respect, you know what I mean? Like I have to do it for myself, you know, because I'm my own motivation. I have to get myself to do the things that I'm doing. You guys aren't pushing me to do it, etc. And you're not here with me, living my life with me, like my regular life that I have to live, just like we all have our own stuff and our own responsibilities, etc. So you gotta understand that too. Like if I don't post a video every week or whatever, or I am not like it's not if it's not fast enough for you, you gotta understand that I'm doing this. Like I'm trying to make a game by myself. Like I don't feel like there's really nothing else I could say. Like literally, I am trying to make a game, like a fighting game, as it like I am trying to make a game of commercial quality, a game that you would pay for. I am trying to make a game, so that's why I have to do all of that extra stuff, because that's the type of stuff that would, it makes it full. You're getting all that content because I know how it is about these games, liking all this content, etc. That's why it's very important to me to bring it. That's why you see the special intro, the dialogue with all of the characters, etc., all the costume references, all the moves, and all of that stuff is for us, the fans. That's why it's a passion project, because it is just full of passion. A lot of this stuff we may see an official game at some point, but look, we are never going to see this happen at this capacity or at this level from these companies. Realistically, it's not going to happen because they will be spending all this money to do the stuff that I'm doing, because, yeah, it's a business. You know what I mean? I basically be doing all that I can with what little resources I have. Yes, I may use a spray set from CVS2 and clean it up, but I'm still cleaning it up. You know what I mean? I'm not just leaving it as it is. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You can see in the actual characters when you see them in the videos. And that stuff takes a lot of time. Literally, it takes a lot of time. Like I told you guys before, for those who paid attention to me when I be saying that, each character, if I gave it an estimate, takes about 167 hours. That's just me, because it's like you gotta also understand that part. Like, I'm the head developer. I'm also the tester. I'm also doing this. I'm also doing that. I'm also doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing everything. I'm doing all those roles. I'm fulfilling all those roles as well. So that's why it takes a lot of time. And to get the quality that you be seeing, it's well worth it in my opinion. Some may not feel that way, but I only care about the people who do understand that, to be honest with you. Because my fan base, it varies. I'm trying to cater to people who love fighting games. In the niche that I'm in, not everyone plays fighting games. They may be casual. I'm all about the hardcore, baby. Like, all of this stuff is to cater to us. Know all of the stuff, and they get all the references and stuff like that. That's who it's for. Not saying someone who's casual couldn't enjoy it, but I mean, that's my goal. I'm trying to appease myself. All of the things that I would like to see, I think would be dope, I'm doing that stuff. And you guys so happen to think it's cool too, then there we go. That's tight. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. But yeah, all this work, man. All this work. I just felt like it was important for me to talk about this. And I do it every so often because I have to. Because it may be draining and everything, but I like to think, what job isn't? Because while it is a lot of work and it's taxing on me, I do love it. And I wish I could do this for a living, man. And I don't just mean at this fan game. I want to make games for real. That's what that is for me. Because I don't have the resources now I don't have the money to make all the original characters and all of this stuff. I can't do that right now. So I'm basically making do with what I can do right now. And I'm making a game out of the stuff that's available to me. And then I'm expanding on those things. That's the whole thing with CSX. CXS. I don't even have a name for it yet. That's why I'll be telling y'all that I am still like, that's why I'll be saying it's a concept, because there's a difference between a game and a project. A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't care. They see the videos, they're immediately thinking like, oh, this looks ready. Why can't I play this right now? That's not the case. Obviously, as a content creator, as a YouTuber, the videos that I make are for your entertainment. I am making progress, making stuff, though it goes without saying that not all these things are 100% tested and working, stuff like that. They're not going through any type of bug testing, whatever. I have to do that. So I have to sit there for hours. That's how I came up with the lab videos, by the way. Sitting there trying to see if I could find anything. See if this breaks with this character, if this breaks with this character, if this breaks with this character. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And you guys have seen me doing this stuff. It's super intricate, and I be on that. Like, oh, this move needs to knock them exactly slightly higher for this to follow up to it. I obviously also am doing all of the combos and stuff like that. I'm not, okay, even though I reference games, I'm still making my own game. The inspiration is KOF type of gameplay. Well, the inspiration is various games. CVS as the game, but more emphasis on KOF style mechanics. That's why when you see the ground bounce, the wall bounce, etc., that stuff, the properties are more like they are in the newer KOF games. But it's a mix of all of those things. I made a video also showing all the mechanics, etc. But it's a mix, and those things are referenced, but it's with my twist on it. Okay, so for example, you saw the Makoto video. Her jumping into using her Tsurugi, that's like a setup that she actually has in the game. So me taking that and expanding it to what if she was in KOF? That's literally what it is. Or, you know, I'm just giving all these characters like the same type of gameplay style. Obviously not, you know, the same mechanics, right? System mechanics. Ground bounces, wall bounces, etc. It varies. Not all characters have those on every single move. You know, Zangief doesn't have any moves that are going to cause a ground bounce. What good would he have for that? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm just making this stuff with no idea what I'm doing. I know the characters. I know how they play. And when I don't, I mean, there's really not any character that I have not played in the game. And when I will say, for example, with that Makoto, what did I do? I went and played Third Strike. I just kept on playing with her. Street Fighter 4, etc. I'm going to do the research, obviously. The character is going to play how they should with these extras as if they were in a new game, which they are. So that's why you're not going to see a copy and paste of CVS 2 that people have been doing for years now. It's original, right? Original, though, you know, reference from source material. So because it's reference from source material, I feel like you're going to get that nostalgia, you know what I mean? You're going to get that like, oh, okay, he plays similar to how I remember him, but he got some new tools. So there's that. I'm very, very particular about that. That's why you don't see me giving characters like, it's rare where I'll give a character a custom move. And I don't think it's ever custom because it's always going to be based on a source, right? So, for example, let me think of a character. Dang, I don't have any references of characters that I've done recently, but I really go crazy with the double teams and things like that. So, for example, with the Rio and Robert one, that one was referenced from Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, but I added my own twist. And then the second one is the move that Rio had, Beta Fury Wild Ambition. He has a move, I can't pronounce it because I don't remember the name by heart right now, but he has a move, he basically punches you and it creates a little time bomb on the character. Then he turns away and then they explode. The other double team, if you go look in that Rio and Robert video that I did at the very end of it, that double team is a combination. That's what I mean. Those moves that they've had in every, like from that iteration from Beta Fury Wild Ambition, it's in the game. You get what I mean? Not every move. Okay, look, so a character having every move from every iteration does not necessarily mean that every move is gonna be in there in the same way. Like every move may not be a special. It may not be a super. For example, Terry's power stream is in his double team. His Senpuken is in his double team. I used to have it as a special, but I changed it. Okay, so and then Buster Wolf, instead of it being a level 2 Buster Wolf doing the same damage, I replace that Buster Wolf because it's the same thing. It's just a damage amplifier. I changed the level 2 Buster Wolf into Rising Force so he could have his other move, things like that. And I'm not just putting the moves in there just to put all the moves in there, but I mean, that is the whole point. But I'm doing it carefully, choosing what the property is going to be. All the moves have a use. There's various ways to play a character. You know what I mean? I'm trying my best to make it so there's a purpose for every move. Obviously, every strength move, everything like that. I'll be on it. And from what you guys have played right now, and you haven't played it, it's completely up to you because I've been putting out stuff for the longest time now. If you haven't played it yet, it's on you for not paying attention or following what I say. But is that intricate all the way to the T, right? And I just started to make the videos for certain combos. So you guys, if you didn't know about that, you could try it out as well. There's something new that I'm trying. But it's just another variation of, it was just a shorter clips of doing the lab videos because that's what I do. I make and come up with all of the combos myself. I'm doing all of that for every single character. So I do have to know how to play as every single character in order to do that. So all of that research time that goes into that. And on top of all the work that's going on, I'm doing that, right? But yes, like I said, back on to me just saying about the gameplay. So if you get to this point in the video, I may or may not put timestamps, I don't know. But it's because I want you to listen to everything that I'm saying. So eventually I'm going to make a new video specifically talking about the gameplay. But like I said, the gameplay is KOF centric. And you know, John, you said why not call it SVC SNK X Capcom? And here's my reason for that. Why I don't. Why is CXS? So CXS is not CVS because, like I said, I don't really have a definitive title or anything like that because I don't even have a logo yet. I don't have a lot of this stuff. I'm missing all of that stuff. Like I was telling you before, the only thing that I have is my knowledge of the characters and being able to do gameplay related things. I can't do anything else. And normally when making a game, you would have money to pay all the other people to fill all these other roles. I don't. I have to do all of the roles myself. So that means that once I'm ready to do that, I'll have to be completely done or stop doing the characters. So if I stop doing the characters, that means there's going to be no content from my channel. You seeing all the fights and stuff, that's the main source. Those are the videos that go on my channel. So if I completely stop to try to learn a new skill, then I can't do my YouTube stuff. So I'm losing out even more. So that's just another one of those challenges because it's just hard doing everything. It's just hard. But like I was saying, yes. The sprites are Capcom. Not all of them, but I tried to make them look as if they were as close as possible. And I always say as close as possible without having to spend money. I have spent money, a lot of it, but if I can get by without doing that, that's great because I don't have any resource. Like I don't have any funds. I have to pay out of pocket for with the money I have to use to buy my own food. I have to pay to, resource this game. You get what I mean? And it's hard. But here we are now though. Despite that, I just been going on. I don't need to keep on saying that. You already see the stuff that you see. But yes, it's not that I don't notice a lot of that stuff. How old these sprites look out of place, whatever. I only could do the best I can with what I got. That's just what it is. And it's like my answer to that is to not do it at all. To avoid that completely, not do it at all. So that means instead of trying my best to make do with what we got so that you can still have your favorite character, I could just completely not put them in at all. That type of thing. I could just give up because there's obstacle in my way. Heck no. Hold up, I'm kind of feel like I'm losing my voice a second. Dang. Oh, man, let me chill for a bit. So, like I was saying, Capcom sprites and the gameplay is reminiscent of CVS. It's like CVS plus more emphasis on KOF. That's the gameplay. It's not Marvel vs. Capcom like you said, that one dude. I just assume you don't play much KOF. You got not. That's just what it is. That's what's fun to me. Coming up with those combos, etc. I could just make it boring and static and, like more so like Street Fighter 4, for example, but that just doesn't interest me. I like coming up with my own thing because that's also another thing that makes it unique. So a lot of the Capcom characters playing as if they were in KOF, obviously with my own spin on it as well. It's just so cool seeing that because we're probably never gonna see that, but here we can. So yes, let me see here if there's anything else I want to say. So, like, I'm not gonna put any timestamp for that because, like I said, eventually I'm gonna make a video specifically for that. I just had to talk about a lot of stuff. Every now and then I'm gonna make this video and just chat. We're just gonna chat. I do be doing this on the stream as well, and I would appreciate it if more of you came through to see the streams, get involved, talk, etc. Give me a reason to want to stream, right? I may not always be doing your favorite thing. Like, for example, a lot of people don't like, you're not going to tune in watching me actually doing the work that goes into it. Like, the stuff that goes into it before I make the video, people don't want to see that. Like I said, you can't do anything about those people. You know what I mean? But those of you, like, that stuff helps me out. You viewing my streams, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, you really mess with me. No matter what I'm doing, you're going to support me. No matter if I'm playing another game and I'm not working on this stuff, you're going to support me. You're going to support me, the person, as me, the content creator, as me, the person that you're subscribed to, not what I am doing for you as a means to an end. You get what I'm saying? You're going to help me out in any way you can if you really mess with me. But, yes. I know I'll be discouraged. I know I'll be pushing you guys away sometimes. But like I said, man, I am doing a crazy thing right now. Like, really, just crazy. Like, there's no one else who would do this for free. And I have to keep on saying that because, yes, it is crazy. But my love is just so strong, man. I am just so dedicated. I should be hired by these companies, for real. And I'm not going to lie to you, but that's another hope for me that you never know. Like I said, again, you could be a hater and discount things that I be doing, but you never know. I could get scouted for something like that. So that's another reason. Even if it is a fan game, I'll be thinking that too because I would love to make video games and be able to live off of it. That is my dream. This is my dream. Won't you support my dream? I'm just being real and asking you. Is it worthy? If it's not, that's cool. I can't hate on you for that. And again, when I say support, it's all of those things. It doesn't mean that you donated $1 to me and then you never watch any of my videos. You never read the things that I be saying. You don't follow me on social media. You don't talk to me. If you really mess with me for real, you're going to do all of that. Like I said, there's not just one way you can support me. There's various things. You don't need money, etc. If you're really down for me, you're going to watch all my videos. You're going to comment on my videos. You're going to like all my videos. You're going to help me share my videos. You know what I mean? You are going to help me out with my dream by supporting me in any way you can. And that's really all I wanted to say. I really wanted to talk about today because I am just, like I said, man, I am so tired. I have not even slept. But guess what I'm going to do? Because I pretty much did the things that I had to do today, because like I told you guys, freaking recently, well, more so recently, like freaking lost my job. So I've been doing it every day, and I've been having this more extra time. So I'm gonna freaking go sleep for a while, and then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be right back on it, working on some more stuff. So I'm just trying my best, despite things that are happening with me, going on with my life. I know that things are going on in your lives as well, right? And we could talk about it. We could talk about whatever. You guys can hit me up whenever. I've given you a way to do so. So if you do not do it, that's your choice. Acknowledge that, please. Like I said, I feel like I'm just doing a lot and more. I be doing a lot of extra that I don't have to do. And you know why I do it? Because I'm down with you. Because I want to help you as well. I want to teach you things. I want to show you the work process and things that I go through and tell you about my life. I'm exposing myself. People could potentially use that against me. But here I am being real. Because why would I be anything else? This is me and you talking right now. As you, the viewer, you, the individual who is listening to me right now, if you have listened this long to this point in this video, why are you not supporting me? It just does not make any sense. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say today. Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, I always be having a lot to say, man. But I know I've kind of been all over the place. I know some things I started talking about, but I left and I didn't elaborate on fully. But I'm just like, I'm trying my best right now. And the one thing I just want to say to everyone viewing this, even if you are going to lurk forever and you're never going to, talk to me ever, acknowledge the things that I'm saying, right? Even if you don't care about me, whatever, I'm just some guy, you can be like that. Just have respect for the things that I'm saying. I know I'm just some guy. I know I'm just a fan. I'm not better or worse than anyone else. I'm just trying to make games, really. And at this point in time, I'm trying to make this fan game because I absolutely love Capcom and SNK. Absolutely love it. I am the diehard fan. More so than any of you. You cannot out-nerd me. Don't even try it. Because you can't do it. You just can't do it. Okay, so don't even try. You are already nerd. I don't know how to say that Shinjuru quote. You're already dead, but you get what I mean. I'm being real with you. I am exposing myself to you. I want to do this. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to dedicate more time to this. Allow me to. Support me. That's all I gotta say. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in until the next video where I specify on those things I didn't specify. All right.